we must proceed. So I will advise that you welcome somebody, ensure you share, and make sure this message gets to those that this message must get to. Welcome somebody by your side. Pass the message to everyone that you can, because this gospel must be preached so that everyone must follow. This is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast edition. We must proceed, we must continue. Today we are talking about a topic that is very crucial in this time. But before we go into the topic, we must pray. For it is our culture and it is our custom to do so. And it is our life. Prayer is our life. And because we worship Elohim in truth on Radio Biafra. Samara woyengi na na way. Oh, gonomokiri motemeda. The one who reigns upon the earth and the one who reigns in the heavens and the one who reigns in all the realms, we worship you. We thank you for you are wisdom. And you share your wisdom with your children. Elohim, Abba Father. Once again, we thank you for our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. For you have always been with him because you called him. And you will always be with him. Lord, we pray that you guide and protect him. That the desires of the evil one shall never prevail. That the machinations of the evil one against our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, will always fail. That the plans that the enemies are putting together to destroy him will always fail. Keep him safe and sound. Keep his heart always strong as you have always done. Keep him always pure and let him remain focused irrespective of the challenges around. Samara, we ask, oh Lord, that you keep our people all over the world safe and sound. Lord, we ask that you take them away from the deceptions that is trying to sway men out of the way. Lord, we pray that you ensure that our people are steadfast on this call to restore Biafra. They will never listen to the voice of deception and destruction, but the voice of truth that cannot be mixed up with evil shall they always listen to. Our Father, we pray for our men in the forest. We pray for the Eastern Security Network and all pure people, all pure soldiers, all pure men that are in this security network to ensure that our people are safe from every form of terrorism. Lord, we pray that you will continue to give them superior strategies against our enemies. And whenever they come in contact with these terrorists, that they shall always have victory, victory upon victory upon victory. The terrorists will always fall before our men because they are called by you. They are separated for a purpose, the purpose of saving our people forever. I pray for all those listening that this message gets to you. Your heart will remain steadfast. Your heart will remain true to the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Thank you, Abba Father. Thank you, Tamara, Ayiba, Azeba, Izibe, Ogene, Ise, more power. We must proceed. We must proceed to the topic today. And it is very, very important. This topic today is one topic I consider very, very important and very, very sensitive. And what is our topic today? Our topic today says, who are unknown gunmen? Who are unknown gunmen? You know, there are lots of opinions and ideologies concerning unknown gunmen. Lots of ideologies. Many people came with, oh, unknown gunmen are these, unknown gunmen are that. They should be this, they should be that. But the question is, who are unknown gunmen? Why are they here? Why are they doing what they're doing? Who are they? Where did they come from? Who are these people? Who are unknown gunmen? Now, unknown gunmen are not a particular group of people. They are not a particular group of people. And definitely, unknown gunmen is not IPOB. Unknown gunmen is not the Eastern Security Network. And I will get to that in details as we proceed. And some people have come up with the questions of, if an unknown gunman is not IPOB, if an unknown gunman is not Eastern Security Network, why are members of IPOB praising the activities of unknown gunmen, or some of the activities, mostly at the beginning when it started? Because right now, you can hardly find IPOB members on social media praise some of the activities that we hear of unknown gunmen today. Yes, we used to praise the activities of unknown gunmen, and I will explain why. Why were IPOB members praising the activities of unknown gunmen? And now IPOB is saying we are not unknown gunmen. It begins to look as if we're contradicting ourselves. Though from the very beginning, we have never claimed to be unknown gunmen, because we don't know them. But the question is, if you don't know them, why defending them? Or why praising their actions? And that's why I chose to talk about it today. You must realize that IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra, and its leadership, which began from our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the Directorate of State scattered all over the world. We are a very organized group of freedom fighters. We are a movement that is all over the world, registered in almost every country of this world. And our aim is very simple. What we want is a referendum. And we've started this a long time ago, about 8 years or more. We have protested in many countries in this world, if not all the countries in this world. And our message has been simple. We want referendum for the people of Biafra. We are not just a few group of people trying to do something. We are the people. We are not some few crop of politicians. We are the people. If you go to Biafra land, the people you see on the streets, they are IPOB. They are indigenous people of Biafra. We are all Biafrans. And we are the people. IPOB is the people. Now, when we talk about the leadership of IPOB, the leadership of IPOB and all the structures put together, all the structures of leadership are actually those that have been given responsibility to ensure that the work for this restoration is done. But IPOB in general are the people. That is why when we call for a seat at home, everywhere is shut down. And some people will say, you're threatening the people. It is because of ESN. No. Before ESN, before there were anything like threats on Biafra land, IPOB have called for a seat at home and everywhere is shut down. Instead, mostly found on the coastlines of Biafra, we have seen where governors and organizations have threatened people that if you do not open your shop, if you stay in your houses, if you do not go to work, you will be sacked. If you do not open your shop, you will no longer have rights to that shop. If you obey the seat at home order of the leadership of IPOB, you will be sacked or your businesses will be shut down. These are threats that people have made mostly in the coastlines of Biafra. IYC have made such threats in Bayelsa. You must recognize that IYC, they said they call themselves the Joy Youth Council. They are actually a group of, initially they actually started like people that want something good for the Izon people. But over time, the Izon people have seen them to be politicians or aspiring politicians, because most of them, by the time they climb in the leadership of IYC, they get into politics. They are actually an organized political thug system. That's what they have become. So when you hear that IYC have made such threats, you should know that that is actually an offshoot of politicians. During the NSAS, some members of IYC were contracted in Bayelsa to cause trouble and kill people, just as other thugs in other places has been contracted, like thugs in Lagos, thugs in Edo State, thugs in the north, were contracted to kill people, shoot people, and cause trouble so that the people will no longer be able to protest. So you must understand, just as Ohaneze has been working in tandem with the politicians in the land, because they also are politicians, that is the same thing that IYC have been doing. They just the same kind of organizations that we have among different ethnic nationalities in Biafra land. And you know, an average politician in the zoo is a slave of Fulani that controls the zoo for Britain. So that's how it goes. So the only people that are sincere, that the people knows that these people are sincere, they are without stain nor blemish, is IPOB, the leadership and the structure of IPOB. Every other people have been soiled. And that is why we even started. Because if those that came before us, if they had done what needed to be done, some of us wouldn't have been in freedom fighting today. But because they failed, that is why we're here. So many people have been threatened. Oh, you cannot close the shop. We are going to observe everyone that closes his or her shop. Oh, the head of the market or the market's leader or whatever title they're called. If your market is shut down, we are going to deal with you. If the people in the market obey the sit-at-home order, we are going to deal with you. We've had many threats like that. And when the people in places where the people are more afraid of the system of the security than they want freedom, they will go into their shells. And some people have been asking, why is it that some places in the coast, when the order is called, some of them do not respond and all of that? It's not because they don't want to. It's because they are more afraid of the politicians and the police and the army than they are ready to have freedom. Now, not everybody, but most of the people. But you still have some people that still, irrespective of it, they still obey the orders. So that's IPOB. Now, and because that's IPOB, you must observe that, or if you're observant, you will realize that for many years, ordinary people, some people that they are not interested in anything, they are just observing. They don't know, okay, if Biafra comes, fine. If we remain in the zoo called Nigeria, fine. They are not sure, they are neither here nor there. Many of them have been observing. They've been seeing how IPOB members have gone in the streets protesting and are being killed. Some of them are their family members, some of them are their friends. They've been observing, and many of them are not happy when they see some of these things. Their anger for the system, for the evil system of Nigeria increases. But they may not say anything because they have always felt, well, I don't belong here, and I don't belong there. But things changed when the EndSARS movement started. The EndSARS movement took every youth to the streets. Every youth wanted to put an end to police brutality and police extortions. Every youth wanted SARS to end. Every youth, because it is the youth that has been harassed. For your hairstyles, you'll be harassed. For anything, just anything, you'll be harassed. The same police that are supposed to protect the people, they have become the armed robbers. They have the guns, they have long guns with them, and they will threaten you. And they will ask you to go to the ATM and you will withdraw and give to them at gunpoint. That is armed robbery. And they are the police. So the people said, this thing has got to stop. Just 2 years ago, 2020. The people said, no, these terrorist activities of men in uniform, or men in government, or men sent by government, because most of the SARS were not in uniform, but they were sent by the government. So these people need to be stopped. These people must be stopped. And that was how EndSARS started. It started from Delta State. Started from Delta States, from the lands of Igodo Migodo. And it's It continued, got to Edo State, which is still Igodomigodo, got to Lagos State, and from Lagos State, spread around the whole of all the nations that are trapped in the zoo called Nigeria. Some people want us to forget about EndSARS, but EndSARS is just yesterday. It's just 2 years ago. And the people were not aggressive. The youths were not aggressive. They came out on the streets. They took a leap from IPOB because IPOB had never been aggressive. But what the government didn't know is that these people do not have the same resolve of IPOB. IPOB, we are very strong and we are very focused. We are very resolute. If we say we want peace, you can kill 1 million of us, we will still be peaceful. And if we say we want war, you can kill 1 person and we'll kill all of you. But we have resolved to peace for many years. But these people that are not IPOB, they are not like us. They don't have the same resolve. And you must recognize that. These people do not have the same resolve. So what happened? After a while, the government decided to contract thugs, cultists, pay them, go into their midst, and start shooting at them. The thugs could not handle the situation because in most cases, the people overpowered them. They now sent the police. Go after them and kill them. And the youths got angry because they were protesting that the police that wears uniform, that their salaries should be paid, that they should be well taken care of, so that they will not harass people anymore. Because the youths noticed that these people are doing what they are doing because they are being pushed to the wall to do it. You can imagine you have 7 children, like most of them usually. You have 7 children and a wife, with yourself, with family members, friends. And your salary is so small, you can't meet up. You can't meet up with your schooling. You can't meet up with your basic needs. And you've been given a gun. And you've been given an authority to collect money on the road. And nobody's checkmating you. In fact, they are waiting for you to collect all those money, intimidate people, rob people, and bring back to them. You bring back to your bosses will give to his bosses, and until it will get to the governor of the state. Everybody gets what they need to get from those monies that are being collected from motorists and Okada riders. So when you have been placed under such a system, and definitely you do not have enough money to take care of yourself, you are indirectly forced to do it. Because they know that without doing that thing, you will not be able to survive. Because they know what they pay you, you can't survive on it. You see, ASU. Always ASU is on strike. Always ASU is on strike. It's because the system is not taking care of the lecturers properly. And they know. It's not like they don't know what to do, but they prefer to steal all the money. But that is a gist for another day. So the youths were even protesting for the police. But what did the police do? They sent these same men, these same policemen that the youths were protesting for. Actually, they were protesting for end of police brutality, end of SARS. Then they went ahead to protest that the salaries and everything concerning police welfare should be well taken care of and well looked after. But the police were sent to kill them, and they started killing them. And the people could not take it. They started killing the police back. There are videos of all these things, video evidences, where police came out and were shooting at protesters live. I have not gotten to Obigbo nor Lekki. So calm down. And that was how it started. That during the EndSARS, police became the target. Police were not the targets before. There are pictures that EndSARS protesters took with policemen. So when people, sometimes if they want to put it, they'll want you to believe that police were the targets. Now I'm talking about those that were not within the zoo or that did not follow up. They wanted to believe that police were the target from the very beginning. No, police were not the targets. Police became the targets when police started killing them. And they returned the favor because they didn't have the same resolve as IPOB did to remain calm, even though we were being killed. And then SARS protesters returned the favor and they remained strong and they continued until, and in most cases where they are not being attacked, they do not attack anyone. In some states, they return the favor. In some other states, they regroup. Okay, so it's not like in everywhere they return the favor, like in everywhere they were aggressive. In some states, but in almost every state, the government was aggressive to the protesters. Every state, the government will always bring up something, pay thugs and all of that, and be aggressive. But in many states, they will regroup. We know what happened in Bayelsa State. Like I told you earlier, it was members of IYC that were contracted to cause trouble. But because we were smarter than them, we saved lives. And we identified them and warned them never to try it. And they never did. So, as I was saying, in some places, they avoided some of these things until the army got involved. Because the police could no longer contain the people. The thugs could no longer contain the people. The thugs were coming, shooting people. People will regroup. They will leave where the thugs are, go to another place, and they will regroup. They were always regrouping. In some places, they will pound on those thugs, and the thugs will run away. The people were fearless, and they were focused. They wanted what they wanted. Police brutality must come to an end. But afterwards, what did we get in return? The army became involved. And in Lekki, where people were innocently carrying the Nigerian flag, because they were told that the police and the army, the security in the zoo called Nigeria, they are very trained. That once you hold the flag of Nigeria, they will respect it. They won't shoot. They won't kill anybody. They were deceived. We had told them long time ago that Nigeria doesn't exist, but they didn't believe. They thought it was a joke. They were holding the same flag when the army came out in Lekki, at Lekki toll gates. You all know the story. At least CNN reported that. BBC never did. The line station of Britain, they never did. But CNN reported it. The whole world knows about Lekki, how people were brutally killed. And nothing happened. Nothing happened to those soldiers till today. We are no longer hearing about them. Oh, this one, hey, this one. It should be this, it should be that. It's all stories. So today, we no longer know what happened. They are no longer discussing it. They have used other things, other problems to fill the minds of the people. The people have forgotten. But we are IPOB. We do not forget. So, after Lekki, why people were thinking it's all over, it happened again, even worse, at Obigbo. And because Obigbo is in Biafra land, CNN was not interested. They were not interested. They didn't report it. CNN didn't report it. Nobody is interested in things that happens in Biafra land. And people, innocent people were killed in their numbers. And it was tagged IPOB because it's in Biafra land. Lekki is not IPOB because it's not in Biafra land. But because Obigbo is in Biafra land, they were tagged IPOB. You see, that when you want to kill a dog, you give it a bad name. IPOB is a bad name that they always give. Or, okay, then there was no ESN. So, it was IPOB that is the bad name. Or that was the bad name. But now, when they kill an innocent person in Biafra land, they'll call the person ESN. Or, okay, now it's no longer ESN because we have defeated them in trying to blackmail ESN or trying to blackmail IPOB. Now it's now unknown gunmen. And that's why I am doing this. We're getting there. So, when they did all this, they killed lots of people. Oh my God. They brought soldiers from all the 6 states in the coast lines of Biafra, which they call South-South. From all the military barracks in these 6 states, they went to a small town called Obigbo and killed people in their numbers. You needed to be there at that time, or at least be listening to people that were living in Obigbo. The fear. People were afraid. People were being killed. And most especially, even the IPOB members that were not even part of the NSAS were being killed. They were going to their houses and killing people in their numbers. There were countless videos that showed how military men were patrolling like it's a war zone. They were killing people. People were massacred on broad daylight. In this modern world, and nothing happened. In fact, the Obigbo massacre is even worse. The person that ordered for that massacre, which is Wike, is right now coming to become president of the zoo. And he's so happy feeling himself. And these people saw this terror. Some people were able to escape out of Obigbo. Many were not so lucky. Many people lost their lives. Many lost their family members. Many lost their brothers, their friends, close allies. They lost at Obigbo. But Obigbo is not the only place where people were killed. It's just that Obigbo were concentrated. Lekki compared to Obigbo, people were not even killed. The massacre in Obigbo, the genocide that took place in Obigbo in 2020 is something that the mouth will not be able to explain what the eyes saw. I have many friends that were in Obigbo, and I know what they experienced. Those that survived, I know what they experienced. I was getting calls every single day, every hour from Obigbo. At that time, it was a terror situation. Just imagine ISIS took over your town. That was exactly what our people in Obigbo faced. ISIS took over your town and they were killing people. And everywhere was helter-skelter. You had nowhere to run to. And this ISIS is actually the country's military. And people were killed massively. Every day, these military men would come. Nobody could report it. Nobody could report it. CNN was not there. BBC was not there. Well, BBC would never do that. They enjoy it when the people are killed. Rather, they will blame the people. You know, it's not like CNN or some of these other people they are saying, some of these other media outlets they are saints. They see most of these things, but they would rather shut their mouths than to come and lie against the people. That's the only place where I have a little respect for them. But BBC, they will lie against you that is being killed so that your killers will kill you even more. Very, very wicked and very deadly. So, afterwards, when they saw that the killings did not work, and they cannot do what they did at Lekki and what they did at Obigbo, all over the contraption called Nigeria, they had to they had to bring up another strategy. And what was that strategy? The new strategy was to give food. The same food that people all over the world contributed. The same food to feed the masses during coronavirus pandemic that they refused to give to the masses. They hid those things for themselves. The politicians hid those food for themselves. And when some of the protesters discovered them, they started going to these warehouses and started collecting food. And that was the end of EndSARS. EndSARS ended with food. And when they discovered that, oh, these people love food. They are hungry. Great. Since they are hungry, we should give them food. And do you know what? It was the army that was supervising the giving of the food. The army would go to these places and open up the warehouses. Everybody come and take. And you'll be wondering, is it not the same army that was killing EndSARS protesters? Where are they giving food? He never knew that it was a strategy. And that was how many people took food and went home and forget about what brought them out on the streets. And EndSARS ended. But the people that lost their loved ones, the people that almost lost their lives, the people that collected bullets, that didn't die, they were not pleased. Most especially those of them that were in Biafra land that have been losing people for many years. They were not pleased. They were not pleased. They were not pleased that EndSARS ended just like that. And there were no results and the government did nothing. And the police are back on the streets. They were not pleased. They were not pleased that the police are back extorting people. They were not pleased. these people grouped themselves and started attacking police. And after knowing what the police and the army did at Lekki and what the police and the army did at Obigbo, do you expect IPOB to condemn the acts of the aggrieved EndSARS victims? This unknown gunman is following the same one and the same way that EndSARS was operating. That is how I know that these people are the aggrieved people from EndSARS. Because in EndSARS, everybody was on the streets and you don't know anybody. They had no leaders. The zoo was trying to make leaders out of them so that they will bribe a leader and everything will end. But the people were smarter. They said, no, we don't have leaders. So you have nobody to bribe. And that is how this unknown government started operating. The same way. And there were some people that promised. There were some people that were very active and were very popular on social media. They promised that this thing is not going to end this way, that there will be a comeback. And when you started seeing unknown gunmen, why are you surprised? So we knew that this is the comeback of some of those people that were involved in EndSARS. Some of those aggrieved people. And you must know that these people are not IPOB. They might have their siblings or their loved ones in IPOB, but they are not. What I mean by they are not IPOB, they are freelance people that do not follow the system or the structures of IPOB. They are just on their own. And that is the beginning. And that was why we were praising their acts. Because at least justice needed to be done. Justice was not done. Justice was not done. Those that are, if somebody comes to kill you, and another person that is stronger than him, and you cannot fight that person, you cannot kill that person, then you now notice somebody stronger than him coming to kill him. Will you rebuke that person that is stronger than him, that is coming to kill him, or you will praise him for saving you? That was exactly what happened. That was exactly what happened. But along the line, when these things continued, because when it happened that after it was the same period, because the terrorism and all that continued, the terrorists continued to terrorize our people in the forest, and our leader put up the Eastern Security Network to curb this terrorism. And that became an opportunity for the zoo to categorize these people as ESN. But they forgot what they did to innocent people at Lekki. They forgot what they did to innocent people at Obigbo. They forgot what they did. They forgot how they burnt people's cars in Abuja. No, they forgot. If you remind them, they don't want to talk about it. The media houses don't want to talk about it. Punch, Daily Times, Vanguard, all of them, they don't want to talk about it. BBC, of course, would never talk about it. They want everyone to forget that EndSARS ever happened. Why would you want us to forget when we are still feeling the heat of EndSARS? EndSARS is still on. Unknown gunmen are EndSARS victims. Now, When these people saw that these new crop of protesters that were not protesting with Nigerian flag anymore, but are now protesting with guns and taking the lives of those that took the lives of their loved ones or attempted to take their own lives, they decided to create their own unknown government, because unknown government have no face, unknown government have no identity. They decided to create their own. And they started terrorizing the people, because every protest, every movement must get the support of the people. So when a movement gets the support of the people, the government is left with a position to ensure that they do what is necessary. But when such a government don't want such a thing to happen, they put the pain on the people. That has been the strategy of the zoo. All the period in the coastlines of Biafra, when people will stand up and begin to challenge the system and say, we want this to happen to our, we want this for our people, we want that. If we don't do this, if we don't do that, we're not going to stop. What do? They would trace where those people are doing this thing and go to those communities and kill people in their numbers. We have stories about Odi. We have stories about Azagbene. Innocent people were being killed. Why were these innocent people killed? So that the people will not choose the liberators. In fear, the people will choose the oppressors. So they will oppress the weak people, so that the weak people will be the one to choose them and begin to fight against their own people that are fighting for them. That is what the zoo always does. To set the people against the agitators, to set the people against their liberators. And how do they do that? By creating fear and terrorizing the people. If you know what people faced in Odi, you will shed tears. You will shed tears. Every house, every building were burnt down. Every building. Odi became a ghost town. They brought all the weapons that are supposed to be used for international warfare to be used on Odi. And Obasanjo is still a free man. He can still go to Bayelsa anytime he likes. And he's the one that ordered that Odi people should be killed. That is the strategy of the zoo. You must understand. I want people to understand and to follow up that these strategies have not changed. The same way during the NSAS protest they contracted thugs. That is the same way they have contracted thugs to become a non-government, and now they are terrorizing the people. And these thugs are not just thugs, they are not just cultists that are from within the area. Some of them are Fulani terrorists that they bring into our land, and the politicians, they know. Look at what happened at Enugu the other day. People that traveled from Nnewi to Enugu, they were kidnapped by Fulani men in Enugu State. And why? It is because our people, ESN, has been fighting them, but no, they use these unknown gunmen. These unknown gunmen that are either DSS agents, okay, because it is DSS, the secret service that mastermind all these atrocities. The DSS agents, because there are some of these actions, you will know that these men are very trained. DSS agents, they'll send them to do certain things. Also, the terrorists, then some cultists that they have paid, so that the people will begin to feel the pain. Because once they can get the people to feel the pain, then they have won. The people will now begin to fight their liberators. And those NSAS, what is it called? Those NSAS victims, we don't even know whether they are still doing what they are doing anymore. Instead, what do these people do? They will tell you that the unknown gunmen are in the bush. The unknown gunmen, they'll tell you the unknown gunmen are in the bush because they want to use the opportunity to stop ESN from stopping the terrorists. Because they are using the terrorists. And because of these their strategies, they keep going to ESN camps instead of to look for the unknown gunmen. Though sometimes they also go to the camps of these cultists and attack them. But they don't only stop there. Their main focus is ESN, to stop ESN. Was that not what caused what is happening in Atolu? Because ESN just started, they came after ESN. Ho-ha. People that said that you're not their business, they are not after you. They are after terrorists that are disturbing innocent women from going to farm. They started coming after ESN. And then, I don't even think there were even things like the unknown government have even started. They came after ESN live and direct. So you must know that the focus is to ensure that ESN is stopped. That is why they keep blackmailing every activities of these unknown gunmen to ESN and IPOB, so that they can kidnap innocent IPOB members and kill them, so that they can go to the forest where ESN are staying in order to protect our farmlands and kill them, just to justify their actions against those that are truly agitating. You know, IPOB, we are very disciplined. Even though the zoo have not been disciplined in dealing with us, even though the zoo have not been civil, we have been very disciplined. We have followed this thing with peace. We only chose to go after these terrorists because the governors refused to do it. The police refused to do it. The army refused to do it. Of course, the police nor the army cannot do it. The police cannot do it. The army cannot do it. It is supposed to be a local security platform that will do it, because now we know our environment. Now we know who is who. In a community, when we are in our community, if a stranger comes in, we know. The policeman will not know, because he's not from there. Sometimes, most times, not even sometimes, most times these policemen in the south here are from the north. They don't even understand how our people think. Now I'm talking about the ones that are even sincere. So they can't even do this. They can't do the work. And IPOB, there are records. We still have our letters. The letters we sent to each governors in South, South, and Southeast. We sent these letters to them that they should put up security outfits that will stop this terrorism on our land, that will stop these terrorists from terrorizing our land. They all ignored. All of them ignored. But when ESN was established, That was when they remembered the Bubagu. It became serious to them. What do they want to stop? ESN, not the terrorists. They are not interested. They don't want to stop the terrorists. Today, the former governor of Imo State, Okorocha, is busy now crying, hey, God, come and help me. God, come and help you. You had all the power. You could have stopped terrorism. You refused. Why wouldn't they terrorize you? Why wouldn't they terrorize you? EFCC is terrorizing you. Of course they will. Because you are not living in the village. You are not going to farm. So the terrorists will not see you to terrorize you. But God always have a way of paying you back. You're one of those that received our letters and you did nothing. Most of you did nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it is not once that IPOB sent letters. Many times we sent letters. Do something about these Fulani terrorists in our forest. Do something about them. Put up security outfits that will send them away. What did they do? They will go discuss. In the South, that was how they also discussed. Came up with one name. This one come up with this name. At the end of the day, nothing. Nobody did nothing. And ESN came to do the same work you refused to do. They became your enemy. Why? So, unknown gunmen are actually, number one, aggrieved victims of NSAS. They are the ones that transformed at the beginning into ESN. Then those political thugs and Fulani terrorists that are under government payroll that want to blackmail IPOB got into the business, as well as the DSS that is leading them got into the business. And today, it's as if everybody is confused. But most of these things were curbed. Most of these things, when our leader was free in London, most of these terrorists were very, very far from our land. Because our leader's voice alone comes with power. Most of them were very, very far from our land. And we were not hearing all these kind of atrocities being done on our land. But instead of give Biafra referendum, they decided to kidnap him and extra rendition him to the zoo called Nigeria. And today when we say, release that man so that all these things will stop, because he is the one that holds the formula to peace in Biafra land. Release the man. No, we want to do this, we want to do that. I thank God by the special grace of Elohim, on the 28th, our leader will be released, and all these different groups that the government is paying to blackmail us is going to stop. It's all going to stop. They want to create confusion everywhere, so that they will be able to use it to blackmail our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And from what they are doing now, why you see some of these politicians, like Moghalu or what was his name called, saying that, oh, what is going on in Biafra land is terrorism, terrorist activities, blah, 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 blah. Why they came up and started terrorizing people, started doing all these kind of things. is because they want a situation that when our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, because they know that they cannot keep him. They can't keep him. They have already lost. That is why you see the heat now on, hey, this one is happening here. They keep going after innocent people and killing innocent people. So that by the time our leader is released, they will declare the East state of emergency. They will declare Biafra land state of emergency. So that they can come and do whatever they want to do. So that they can kill our leader and say that it is 3 bullets. But what they don't know is that we see ahead of them. We are not here of our own. We are called by the Spirit. We are being led by the Spirit. We don't just talk. We are led to talk. IPOB is a movement of the Spirit. And you cannot fight the Spirit. You cannot fight the Spirit. At this juncture, I will be opening the lines so that people will be able to call. I will be opening the lines and you can call us. You can call us on WhatsApp. You can call us on Signal. You can call us on Skype. The number to call on Signal is +45 7164 5962. +45 7164 5962. The number to call on WhatsApp is +48 7396 45829. +48 7396 45829. That's the number to call on WhatsApp. Then on Skype, you just call Radio-Biafra VOC. Radio Biafra VOC. Do not make the mistake of trying to call the old one. The old one do not have the hyphen. That's the difference. This is Radio Biafra VOC. So just call Radio Biafra VOC and you will be able to get us. The lines are open and you can call. You can call now. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Biafra, we hail thee.
My name is, I'm calling from France. First, I want to congratulate all the whole Biafran footballers by winning this Confidential African Cup. I say, God bless you all. Yes, all those men and women that participate in that competition, we won first and we carried the cup. That's the first victory we are receiving from African Cup. And by going on, our women is going to participate for next time, and other sports are going to come up, and we are going to show our talent. May God bless you all. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's the only thing I wanted to call. Bye-bye.
Okay. That's a nice one. Okay. Congratulations. Congratulations to our footballers, the Biafran footballers. Congratulations. You are doing well. It shows that by the time Biafra is sovereign, you will be able to do much more and you will make us proud. So we must move on. We must move on. The lines are open. The lines are open. You can call now and give your contribution to today's program. The lines are open. I will take it again. The signal number to call is +45 71 64 59 62. +45 71 64 59 62. And on WhatsApp is +48 73 96 45 829. plus 48 73 96 45 829. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, African Rep Mazi Tariname. Good morning from Poland here. This is Mazi Kron, okay? You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Our leader is Mazi Nandi Okuchukano, Omembe Zoshugu Prezana, and all his lieutenants. We continue to appreciate all of them for doing the wonderful thanking Tinata Uri yesterday, Mazi Tony Trinike, and as well as HOD for the information, because information is power. We know the zoo has almost fed. They know why they're crying. Mazi, they're crying in vain. We're onion the tonight, but we are holding them at their bad place. But we are not afraid. 28 June, it will happen. And by this such about before then, I think we are back from Brussels 1 million man march between Amazonia, Dudwas, and the Biafrans happening 14-15 June in Brussels, Belgium. Every road must lead there. We thank our brothers and sisters from America, especially that are calling in, booking their hotels. Mazi, that they will be wonderful. And some of our people from South Africa for the coming. Yeah, Mazi, let me make this brief announcement. This is coming from the desk of the National Coordinator Belgium, authorized by our European rep, Mazi Austin Okuchukwu, and his deputy, Mazi Isaiah Yoba. There will be this is a special invitation to Biafrans living in Belgium for their Heroes Day celebration taking place on Sunday, and the time is 1 p.m. And the address is Rue de la Autonomie. Code is 261076, Anderlecht, Brussels, Belgium. And as well, there will be a fundraising. The European rep has instructed them to make a fundraising as much as there will be a town hall meeting. There will be a fundraising there the same day. For our gallant men and women, ESN, working. This fundraising will be chaired by Dr. Dele Chinenye Iranya and the AK Mandela France. The telephone number to contact them is +32 484 678 732. I will repeat. +32 484 768 732. The next number is +32 496 450 6011. Mazi, talking about your topic today, who are the unknown gunmen? If you will recall, I will go back to our beloved brother Sample Masters in his prophecies on 2017, which he enumerated, he prophesied all this that has happened. Even that the arrest of our leader, Onyendu, bringing him back, transitioning him back to Nigeria, and the burning of our towns, and that a group of people will come out. A group of people will emerge. These are the people, the zoological forces, police, army, has denied their freedom, has maltreated, has killed, and dumped them into prison. That when they come out, they will form a group. And today, what is happening? Do you remember that it was Obasanjo who led and who formed about this burning of towns and villages?
Of course.
When he did it in Uzuwan, time and time. Nigeria, I mean, they don't know what they are teaching us, man. We are learning fast, Mazi. And whichever one they brought, we expert on that. We can see the exact example now is the Isiag. What is happening now, Isiag in Abuja? Do we know about that? But open our eye. Now Isiag is trending. Is Isiag not trending? Mazi everywhere now.
Of course. People
are wearing Isiag, and at the same time, we could tell our brothers coming to Belgium, if you have Isiag, wear it. It's optional, it's not a must. Go to Oduduwa, go to Amazonia, wear your traditional wear. It's our pride. It's our right. It's not a privilege. Mazi, continue to good work. I'm on the road. The breeze is too much. Elohim is your strength. We're getting there. We're almost there, Mazi. There's no qualms. There are no qualms. No need to worry. Thank you, my beloved. I remain
Thank you. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We must proceed. We must proceed. The lines are open. The lines are open and you can call. You can call us on Skype. You can call us on Signal. You can call us on WhatsApp. Whichever one you choose to call, you can call. Okay. You know, some people usually say, oh, you call these numbers very, very fast. I do that. Maybe I do. And that's why sometimes I repeat the calling of the numbers. And even when I was advertising for this program today, I tried to put the numbers in the program so that nobody will be confused. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Lindsay Onye. I'm live and direct in Biafra. This morning.
Where you are is quite noisy. Can you move a little bit away from where you are?
Okay, I've done that now. Is it better?
Not exactly.
Okay. Oh Jesus, if I stay now. I'm actually on the roadside, but let me adjust to see if I get in better position. Okay. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that the topic, it says who is the unknown government, right? And one thing we must know is that unknown government is not just a people that just came about on their own. Okay. You see, there's something we used to know right from primary school. I don't know. I believe every one of us that went to primary school knows that we know already that stagnant water breeds mosquitoes. I think everybody knows that stagnant water breeds mosquitoes. Okay, and so in that same vein, when you have a stagnant nation, when you have a nation stagnant, it will breed unknown government, stagnant government. These are people. It's just a natural thing. Okay, it's just like when you see when you have a dead body. Okay, a dead body produces a stench after days, just naturally. You don't need to add anything. You don't need to spray any bad thing on it. It will just be producing it. That's his right. That's his birthright. As a dead body, you are bound. Your birthright, a dead body, the birthright of a dead body is to produce a stink, is to produce stench. So this unknown government is just a natural answer to a dead jungle, a place filled with dead men, dead government, dead everything. So what are you? There's no much ado about nothing. Unknown government is supposed to exist. If the federal government and others are saying who is unknown government, how manage, don't they know how they are bringing people's lives to everybody around is just a living dead now. It's not dead men walking you see up and down. So what is the need of them? Everybody trying to ask where they come from and where they don't come from. The people's lives are ruined. People's future ruined. The young men's future has been ruined. No, they don't even have hope of tomorrow. Why would the new government come about? So it's just a natural answer. It's just there. It just has. It's supposed to be there normally. So everybody.
It's a natural occurrence.
It's just a natural thing. If somebody die for 1, 2, 3, 4 days, do you need to be saying Jesus was smelly?
It will stink because of the decay.
You just have to know it. You don't need to. You don't come out there and be asking who is doing this, or you start asking where is it.
And that's one thing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's a nice one.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yeah. That is this point that he just brought is very because it's a natural thing. Nigeria actually expired in 2014. So just like, for instance, a man dies today and nothing is done about his body, that very day he's not going to smell. Maybe the next day he will still not smell. But the third day, the body must have started decaying. Okay? And by the fourth day, oh Lord, it will start smelling. And by the time it gets to the 7th day, nobody will be able to stay around that environment except something is being done to that body. That person is being taken where he is to be buried and all of that. So what he has just said is, and do not forget that the decay do not start everywhere at the same time. Some parts start decaying and they begin to corrupt other parts and all of that. So, like, that is how the unknown gunmen started. Now, even though most of the records of unknown gunmen are more heard in Biafra land, mostly in the hinterland of Biafra, we have heard in other parts of the zoo, we have heard of unknown gunmen in other parts of the zoo, where nobody understands, where nobody actually laid claim, because the terrorists, when the Boko Haram and all these other bandits that are known, when they do what they want to do, they will say that yes, we are the ones that did it. But we have had cases, unknown gunmen cases, in many parts of the zoo, which means everywhere is decaying, or everywhere, as in everywhere is now smelling. Referendum is the only answer. Very, very simple problem to solve. Grant referendum to all the peoples. All the people. Referendum, now they shifted it to, is it October or be November? Simple referendum that they are discussing about. They adjourned it to far away November. And the more you postpone this referendum, the more of these things happen. It's not like anybody is happy about it. But these things will continue to happen. And do not think that by saying, let security operatives fight it, and it should stop. That is not how things are stopped. When you do the right things, naturally, things are going to stop. You cannot provoke somebody. You cannot beat a child and expect the child not to cry. You cannot provoke somebody and expect the person to be smiling to you. It doesn't work that way. The kind of solutions some people expect in the zoo is for them to beat the child and expect the child to be laughing. Or when the child is crying, you beat the child again for crying. Beat the child again for crying. That's not how it's done. If the child is crying and you want the child to stop crying, then you do what the child needs and the child will stop crying. Or you beat the child is crying, you play with the child. Do something to please the child and the child will stop crying. But you don't beat the child and the child is crying and you beat the child for crying. It's not done. It's not done that way. It's not done that way at all. You beat the child and you allow the child to cry. So the zoo has decayed. The zoo have expired. Since 2014, it has expired. And all these unknown gunmen and all these things that we see is because it has expired. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, my brother. My name is Onyedika Chukwu. I'm calling from my location. My brother, I greet you this morning for your analysis this morning. May Chukwu Okike Abiama bless you for all the good work you are doing for us, for making sure that we are always on the right track. It's not easy. I want to also thank our DOS and the head of Directorate of State, Mazi Chika Edoziem. I want to say Chukwu Okike Abiama bless them and strengthen them for this journey. My brother, what you say is true. because according to the what you say that army were opening warehouse and giving them food and all that. You see the level they are using for our people, because they know that our people are so gullible, because they know that it's just like when you want to catch a fish, or you want to catch a fish, you will put something in the hook and throw inside the water. Then the fish will start looking for that thing. Before you know, that hook will now hook the fish on his throat. This is what they have been doing for us every year by year by year, and our people are still falling victim for these people. Okay, now the only man that came out that God bring out, which is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because as far as I'm concerned, he's the only savior we have. The only man that can, the only man that is fearless before the enemy. That is fearless before the enemy. Imagine, okay, look at people that is coming out that they want to be our leader, want to go for president, the garbage and all that. Just common arrest, just small arrest. They lie down and start begging for God to come and help. Just ordinary small arrest. It's this kind of people that want to lead us. Look at the kind of people that is coming out that they want to lead 70 million of Biafrans. People that did not even have boldness, they did not even have that what we call leadership in them. So I'm urging my people all over the world, youth, my fellow youth, I'm begging you people, this is not the time for any politicians to come and use our brain again. And at the end of the day, we'll start suffering. That money that they used to buy that ordinary form they call presidential this thing, 100 million. That money will go a long way to help people in that land, but they will just go and throw it away. Why people are suffering in the village, people are suffering all over Biafra land, killing everywhere. They are doing nothing about it. But now they went ahead to buy phone of 100 million. That 100 million, if you bring 100 people from that community that does not have anything they are doing, just give them 1 million, you will see that community, next community will start. That community will start. Just win our money. Please, my fellow, I want to raise up. And we should not listen to any other leadership apart from the DOS. The DOS is the one that is piloting this affair. Please, nobody should come and tell you that DOS do this, DOS. Don't listen to any outside, because they are infiltrator everywhere. I'm begging my fellow youth, we that is on ground, it is time. It's time for us to take the boom by the horn, because we will not allow them to start messing up in Father here. I want to thank you. You are doing a great job.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Yeah, God bless you. Let us take this call from Signal. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, my friend, my name is Okechukwu, and I'm calling from Aba Province, Biafra land. I'm from Umawa, Biafra land. Africa,
you see?
You will see Biafra.
You see?
All Biafrans that love to quote Kabiam, our own God. The God of every Biafrans that love him as our God. You will see your fatherland. It is our land. Because Chukwokikabiama is about to prove to the whole world that he is fully in charge for this head. For our leader, then Nnamdi Kanu, to we are not insulting anybody. We want our, we have formed every Boko Haram, not them get a Nigeria. Unknown government, not them get any IPO to get anyone. The one we get now, ESL. And then the Kanu told the governors before he created anybody was. Are you there when they bring the form ESL? Are you there? Can you stop them? Our land is very formidable, very confident. The gods of the land is fully in charge. Nobody is escaping. Everything Chukwuka want to do here, he will do. Your life for our uncoaching time. Then they could hear. We are here to prove to the whole world that we, Biafran race, we have the right to exist as other nations are existing. Or is it a crime? Let them release our leader. Then the chicken does him. They don't care for it. They don't hear good. I know Agapani or sabotage. They will conquer. The chicken does him. I'm going to Jonah chapter 1 from verse 1 to 10. Jonah disobeyed Chukwuka, and this Jonah knew what happens. Knows what would have happened to him if he answered this call. And in the front of the battle, and we will get our leader out from terrorists. Fulani cannot send a time. They will release our leader. He is a complete prisoner of conscience. He's seeking for his freedom and freedom of people. For the freedom of his own ancestral land, not the land of America. If any human got the one powers, you must obey the Lord of the world. Under the world is under law. For no one Nigeria has an evil database. Are you people kept silent? They think you don't have conscience because you have the Cambridge. When they are to study, look at the Cambridge they bread for us. They say, we have our we have common sense. This land now we get it. If we send a bullet, we have our land. We go compete. China, they tell me okay, yeah. Then let's see the same. So can you see the Quran dead? According to Psalm 119. France, Psalm 119. Carefully, you will understand the Lord. Study it. Every word is Psalm 119. Study that. They don't talk with the Baba. This Bible, no father, the bishop carry. Why you not go start them? When I get in and every has that bad. So the Lord gets sense about the spirit of the ancestors. All the talk get right after you, tie the arrogant. Father, I want to say what Allah. You are the conceit. They say, I said, Jeremiah chapter 44, and the same Jeremiah chapter 45, from 20, yeah, right. Jeremiah chapter 44, and Jeremiah chapter 44, yes, because you can't in Japan, in America, look upon the earth. They scatter God that owns you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Since we lost that caller. Okay, and networks seem to be a little bit disturbing. Let me call this caller that has been calling from Skype.
We're trying to read is currently unavailable.
Okay, it's a pity he is not online anymore. He's not available anymore. But we must proceed. Okay, let's call him back. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, my brother Tommy Remy, thank you so much this morning. I greet you, and I saw your missed call. You just called me back. Thank you for that. Maz, my name is Maz Madabuchi. Please, before I comment on your program, I just want to ask a question. Our leader court case shifted to 28. Is it right?
Yes.
Is it true?
Yes.
Yeah, but my question is this: 28 is Saturday. Is it possible to hold the court on 28?
Well, I'm not a lawyer, so I may not be able to answer that question professionally. But I think if the courts decide to hold any procession any day, it should be their choice. They should be able to hold it. But I cannot answer that question professionally. I do not know the law to that extent.
Yeah, okay, thank you for your answer. But because what I'm seeing, some people is saying that it's tomorrow, which is Friday, and some people is saying it's Saturday. So, because I know that 28 is on Saturday, it's not tomorrow. Am I right?
No, it's not. It's not 28th of May, 28th of June.
28th of June?
Yes.
Oh, okay, now I understand. I thought maybe it's next tomorrow.
No, it's 28th of June.
28th of June, okay.
Yes, it's next month.
Thank you for your clarification. Next month, okay. Now, because I'm worried. When I heard that it's 28, I said, but 28 is on Saturday, it's not possible.
Okay.
Yeah, now I understand. Thank you for that. Thank you. I know that the Biafrans are listening. Those that are confused, those that not understand something can understand it right now as we discuss about it. Mazi, I just want to thank you once again for your time and your dedication. Thank you for what you have been doing for Biafrans. We appreciate you so much. Mazi, I want to just say something again. You always make your program on English language, which is very, very good. You want everybody to be inclusive, everybody to, to understand what you're saying. But I don't know. That is my proposal. I don't know if you can implement it. For example, if today you can say, I speak English for some minutes, then I will use my own dialect to communicate with my people. I think it's also welcome because you see, this English language, sometimes most of us don't put much interest. That's why if you listen to Maza Lozi have his program that you always do. He say, this is speak your dialect. Just speak your dialect. Don't speak any other language, your dialect. So, for coastal region people, I think they will welcome it to sometimes they hear their brothers speaking their own dialect. You know how they will be happy about it. But what you're doing is okay. Just I want to propose this. If you can think about it and implement it, it will be okay. Now, let me comment for what you have been saying. Mazi, you see, the time has come for we to rise up and take our freedom. You see, if I want to say this thing now, maybe many people may not understand what I'm saying. You see this woman called Katrina Lyons. Katrina Lyons, that's a High Commission from this Britain.
Yes.
That woman is doing something evil that people don't know about it. What that woman is doing, if I link it now, people may marvel why this woman is moving around, going here and there, meeting prominent people, meeting politicians, top politicians, and SS and Igwes. There's reason for that. That woman is not moving ordinarily. There's reason for that. And I will tell Biafra the reason. So we have to wake up now because these people know that if we eventually get a referendum, we must go. That's why this woman is running helter-skelter to find level ground so that nobody will agree for us. The reason why this woman is moving around is this. Don't forget, if you're in Western world, if they want to do anything, they may first of all come gather people and take their signatures. That signature have signified or permit them to do anything they want to do. This woman is moving around collecting signatures of the top people in that zoo called Nigeria. Is moving around meeting Igwes, meeting Ezes, meeting chiefs, and meeting the politicians, top politicians, going house to house. The reason is this woman is going around collecting signatures. And this woman never tell anybody the reason why it's collecting their signatures. And these people never ask this woman, Why are you collecting our signatures? And the reason why this woman is collecting this signature is this. Do you know that this amalgamation have expired since 2014?
Yes.
And people now have listen, if the people are now clamoring that this amalgamation have expired, and now they have to renew it. That's why we're asking for referendum, to see if we will stay there or not. Now, this woman know that people now have realized that amalgamation have expired.
This woman is going about, in fact, one of our best friends now is INC. And how do I know they are her best friends? Because INC that initially came out and started talking, no, it's not Republic, it's not Republic. The other time, their lawyer is busy talking about referendum against Biafra instead of referendum for his own nation. How does application for referendum for his own nation have to do with Biafra? Because they have signed with Katrina Lang, they have signed agreements and all of that with Katrina Lang. And that's the same thing she's doing with all these Ohanese and the likes of them in every ethnic nationality. Want them to sign an understanding, because you must know that what made them, or what they claim gave them the right to take over our land, were the signatures of our fathers, or should I say forefathers, before colonialism. They came to the kings, they came to the community heads and got them to sign for protectorates. They came to these people and got them to sign for protectorates. And because these people signed for protectorates with them, now we are in this condition. Now we are in this condition. And that is why everyone must understand that somebody like Katrina Lang is the Flora Shaw together with Lugard. Flora Shaw together with evil Lugard, put together in one person. That is Katrina Lang. That's the evil that she's doing. But she's not going to succeed. She's not going to succeed. Biafra, we are out. Biafra, we have gone. The whole world knows that our people don't want to have anything to do with the zoo called Nigeria. Anybody that wants to remain in the zoo called Nigeria will have to contend with those things that these greedy bastards have signed with Katrina Lang. But definitely, I'm not going to be involved. Biafra land is not going to be involved. It is only those people that have signed, those people in Biafra land that have signed, is them and their families that are going to be slaves of Britain, not us. It's them and their family that are going to be slaves of Britain. Nigeria is a slave estate of Britain. That is why they don't want anybody to leave. They will do anything. Are you seeing? They are calling her High Commissioner. High Commissioner to Nigeria. High Commissioner to Nigeria. It's just another name for Governor General. Hello. Good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from.
Thank you, Maz. Good afternoon from here. My name is Maz Anokafa. I'm calling from Sweden. So, Maz, I want to let Biafrans know that we don't have a country in Nigeria. Nigeria is not for us at all. Nigeria is not even a country, not even a nation. And we are suffering because we don't have a country yet. And Biafra is our country. So Nigeria is a British company, and it has been like that. And what we are seeing in Nigeria today is as a result of that the people are not the one determining their future and what they want to do. So there is no way Nigeria as a country can progress because it was not meant to progress. And Lugard has contracted those others that do not also belong to Nigeria. I mean, they are not indigenous people. The Fulanis, they are the one handling Nigeria for them. So it's like two criminals, the British and now the Fulani, coming together to deal with people who own the land. So anybody that is thinking that Nigeria will one day come up to be a viable country, that person should think again. So what I'm telling Biafrans now is we must go ahead to support what IPOB is doing, because there is no future for us in Nigeria. So they are doing the way they are doing because even those handling Nigeria, they don't have anything to lose. If they destroy Nigeria, they go back to Chad, or they go to Niger, or they go to Senegal or Gambia, wherever, even to Futajalon, they can go there. So they are destroying these areas that belong to us because they are simple criminals holding for a bigger criminal, which is, you know who they are. So the woman running around, nobody in Biafra land should welcome him or welcome her. So what I'm saying now is also we should make sure that we continue what we are doing, because if what we are doing is not giving result, they won't be running around here scatter like this. Exactly. So what we are doing is making sense, and we must continue. So we free ourselves, and we become a free people. And having said that, Mazi, I want to also suggest that the leadership of IPOB should take the BBC to court. Let it be on record that IPOB took BBC to court for false information about us. They are trying to present us as if we are the perpetrators while we are the victims. So we must put it out there so that the world can see that we are also talking and trying to defend ourselves. And having said that as well, I want every Biafran to go back to that clip, copy those emails and Twitter handles, and make sure you write BBC. Be it BBC Nigeria, BBC whatever, they are all the same. BBC, Pidgin, Igbo, whatever they call it, write to them. And they make sure you also call them. Ask them those questions that the leadership has brought out for we to ask them, for us to ask them. We must be able to defend ourselves and tell our story, not allowing this criminal to continue telling about us, dehumanizing us and presenting us to the world as if we are the evil people. Why they are the evil and they have started a long time ago and they don't want to leave us alone. We must continue to support what IPOB is doing. Make sure you are supporting ESN, especially those in abroad. That's why you are sent there. If you are not supporting what we are doing to save our land, it means you are a prodigal son. And I have no apology for saying that. So, Mazi, I will stop here. Thank you so much for your program. I always enjoy your program. Go ahead and may the Lord continue to strengthen you.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. That was a very nice contribution. God bless you. We must proceed. We must proceed. And just like the previous caller said, the British Embassy, the leader of the British Embassy in Nigeria is not called an ambassador, but the British High Commissioner to Nigeria. Why not an ambassador? Have you asked yourself that question? It's because to Britain, Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is not a country to them. Nigeria is their business center outside of British territory, or outside of British land. Is a British business. It's just the way NNPC is a company that is owned by Nigeria. Assuming Nigeria is a country. NNPC is a company owned by Nigeria. NLNG is a company owned by Nigeria. That is how Nigeria is a company owned by Britain. So, just initially they used to have Governor General. When there were Governor Generals of Nigeria, okay, was there anything like an ambassador? No. So, they only changed the name from Governor General to High Commissioner. High Commissioner, a commissioner is somebody that is part of the government of the state. So she is a High Commissioner because she is part of the same British government, but she is reporting from outside the British land. So it's a company outside the country. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling
from. Good morning, Terry Remy. This is Mazin Nandi calling you from Biafra land. Just want to add my own view concerning the happenings here in Nigeria about the unknown gunmen.
Right.
I don't have much to say about the issue, the question you asked, who is an unknown gunman? It's simply, it was the creation of Nigeria. If you remember when our leader was broadcasting, he let us to know that unknown, anything unknown was created by Nigeria during the regime of Olusegun Obasanjo. He was the one that introduced unknown soldiers, which they used to kill the mother of Fela Ladipo Kuti. Nigeria is responsible for anything unknown that is happening in Nigeria. This is what I have to contribute concerning this situation, who is unknown government. It is Nigerian creation. They are using it to destabilize the progress of IPOB. But all they have been doing, God is fighting them back. Whichever way they brought it out, God will respond and hit them hard on it. So anything unknown is created by Nigerian government. They are unknown government. If you remember, I think, was it earlier this year or last year? When the police were chasing the so-called unknown government, it happened in Onitsha and also it happened in Owerri. When the policeman shot a non-gunman, lo and behold, it was a DSS officer with his identity card. The same thing happened in Anambra State. So this is what they are using to trying to finish the image of IPOB. But God is greater than them. God is fighting our battles in everything they try to do in order to bring IPOB down. God is fighting them, hitting them back ugly. So let us continue and focus. They will try, but they will fail. What you said about Katrina line rolling about parading herself all over Nigeria as if he is the president of Nigeria shows us that What all our leaders, National Deacon, have been preaching concerning British is truth. Nigeria is being run by British. This is what people must know. That's why everything that happens here, you will see her running around. And what you said concerning, instead of calling her ambassador of British to Nigeria, but she is called High Commissioner in Nigeria. What a shame. People, that is a good question, and people have to know that Nigeria is a British company. That is all I have to say. Unknown, everything unknown started with Nigerian government. That's all I have to say. Right on, my brother, and God continue to strengthen and bless you.
The
rest of you that is broadcasting on Radio Biafra. God will always fight our battles. They are continue shooting themselves on their leg. We will see them sit down and watch them destroy themselves. God bless you, bro. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You see, this is the whole truth. This is just the whole truth. When the Nigerian government, just as Fela sang the other time, unknown soldiers, 9 kill unknown soldiers, government magic. You see, these are the government magic in order to confuse the people. They do all these things to confuse the people. The innocent people that started it because they wanted the government to bring results. The government have paid people all over. There are lots of confusion. Lots of confusion. People that are paid, the DSS agents, different people now that are into this unknown gunmen, carrying that name to commit evil. And it doesn't matter the number of people that they kill. The thing is that they cannot distract us. And they cannot attribute any of those activities, because when they do these things in order to blackmail IPOB, to blackmail ESN, so that ESN will stop fighting the terrorists and the terrorists will take over our land. That is just it. They just want the terrorists to take over our land. But the only problem that I have with some of our politicians is that our politicians are gullible. And when these terrorists finish dealing with the ordinary people, they will go after the politicians. Have they not started going after the politicians already? The politicians are gullible. You want to serve Fulani politicians will not come to Biafra land until Biafra land is fully taken over. And they are now the owners. Then they will come. But now that there is problem, they won't come. But you will come because it's your land. And you think everything is about money. Everything is not about money. At this juncture, we shall be calling it a day so that we can leave the platform for others to continue. Thank you very much for your time and your contribution in today's program. My name remains Kemowe Tarinemi, and this is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Thank you for listening, and you must never forget, this is Radio Biafra, and this is where we worship. Have a nice day.